and welcome to the second part of Con's backstory. This is a special edition of the Adventures of the Windswift. Freddie couldn't make a recording, so what we've decided to do is when a player can't make it, we just go and explore the backstory of players who did make it. So we are exploring the backstory of Con O'Dana, or Danza, as his friends call him. So to do a recap of last week's episode, Dice of Destiny will tell us that it is, in actual fact, Danza himself, Con, who's going to give us the backstory from last week.
Con's parents had died in a fire set by criminals as revenge for actions Con had taken with his friends in concert, namely a theft. In the aftermath of this, Con, somewhat dazed and confused and more than a little fatalistic, is allowed himself to be dragged around by his two friends, who appear to be on the verge of getting him into even more trouble, as they have simultaneously presented him with something that is straight out of his wildest dreams, a flying ship, and then also presented him with a crime to commit in order apparently to take hold of this ship. And here he is. We find him on this ship, completely lost.
That's right, yes.
Rock in hand.
Rock in hand. That's correct. So, the last time we left, the three of you were climbing up the back of the ship, I believe. It was just the two of you that were climbing up the back of the ship, is that right?
He was climbing up the side, I was climbing up the back.
Yes. And Smiley, you were walking with rocks in your hand towards the ship itself. Good. So, Ollie and Con, Ollie first, you managed to crest at the back of the aft castle of the ship, and you can see there is the woman. She's in a blue dress, wearing fairly comfortable leather boots. She's sitting on a stool in front of the wheel of the ship. She's busy reading a book. She seems quite deeply enraptured in whatever its contents are, because she didn't hear the noise that Smiley made below. She has quite long, curly, red, fiery hair, and the dress itself appears to be of fairly good quality velvet.
And do I see the sailor?
Further down the ship, in the midriff, sort of towards the main mast, leaning up against it with a knife in one hand and what appears to be a piece of wood, is this rather large-looking gentleman. He's got chainmail on with a tabard over that with this emblazoned double-headed eagle on it, or it could be a griffin, you're not sure from here, and he is busy making his way through Imperium's Ode to Happiness, third movement.
All right, so I kind of slip onto the
Deck?
The deck behind this woman who said she was looking away from me, right?
Correct.
If I remember.
Correct.
Yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't do this. And get the rock and kind of try to sneak up on her, trying to miss the creaky on the deck.
All right, that's what you're doing. Con, you have managed to climb up the side of the ship. The first thing that you notice is the runes that have been carved into the hull. When you place your hand reverently onto them, you can almost feel like this living energy coursing through them. So the ship itself is almost alive with this magic that imbues, and the soft blue glow that comes off of them. Is it your imagination, or does it linger on your fingers after you've touched it, just for a heartbeat before vaporizing into the atmosphere? Pulling yourself up to level with the deck, you can see this large gentleman in chainmail. He's definitely wearing a tabard. It's a double-headed griffin that's on his tabard, and he's busy singing in a very deep baritone voice the Ode to Happiness by Imperium. His back is turned to you. He is supposedly on watch, but you can see that his whittling is far more interesting to him than the cave mouth itself.
Well, as I've sort of brought myself up to take all of this in, and I'm experiencing this quasi-religious experience with the runes and the ship itself, the ship feels for me like a religious place, a holy place almost, and the act of interacting with it is almost sort of washing this reverence through me, and I'm like looking at the rock in my hand, and I'm looking at the very peaceful scene before me, this wonderful singing, and I look at this woman reading her book with her beautiful red hair, and then I look at the rock in my hand and the dirt under my fingernails and the beautiful ship, and I see him sneaking up behind her with a rock.
You see Ollie, yes, busy walking slowly on the deck. With his rock in hand. Behind you, you can hear Smiley moving.
Something weird just clicks in me, and I throw the rock at Ollie.
All right, Smiley, you're busy creeping towards the ship.
Yep. As I do so, Smiley, seeing. Can I see Ollie from where I am?
You saw Ollie climbing up onto the back of the ship, and then he disappeared. He disappeared from sight once he got over the top. But you do see Danza hanging onto the side of the ship. You see him looking up to where Ollie would be, and then you see him tossing the rock in Ollie's direction.
I wait a moment and sort of look in his direction, like.
All right.
I don't appear to be paying attention to it.
Can I have initiatives from everybody, please?
Absolutely.
Oh gosh, 20, normal.
Wow. Blackston?
I don't know. He's with his family, I suppose.
Blackston's in his
sorry.
across the continent.
Ollie, my apologies.
Look, could you just imagine Blackston sitting there eating dinner, and all of a sudden initiative rolled? He's like, "Oh,
I stabbed the steak. 23 with modifiers.
23. Although with your backstory, you're actually in a monastery, so it might not be steak. And Mutaru? Smiley?
Depends on how long ago this is, right?
1. All right. Ollie?
Yeah,
You're
and
right behind her.
Yeah. I whisper into her ear.
Oh boy.
No one does business in Wannis's Creek. And then I try to smack her.
Okay, make your attack. She's like, what?
I have advantage. She's surprised,
You
right?
do? Oh yeah.
All right. Do I get proficiency here with like an improvised weapon? I don't think.
Yeah. Well, it'll count as a dagger.
All right. So then this is 23.
That's a hit. You smack her hard.
Okay. Dagger.
I shout, Ollie, no!
As you've thrown the rock. All right.
So this is 2 plus 6. It's totally 2 plus 2, so it's 4 points of damage.
4 points damage.
Yeah.
Where do you hit her?
I try to knock her out. Right? That's my goal. I don't necessarily want to kill her. I just want to knock her out. I do want her to remember what this happened. That's why I said something, right? So, I mean, I tried to frame someone else, right? That's what I'm doing. Yeah, so
All right.
I tried to knock her out.
Oh my gosh. All right. You smack her across the back of the head with this. It's a loud thump. And her book just drops from her hand. She completely failed her check, and she slumps forward onto the wheel. At that exact, well, not that exact moment, but a few seconds later, Con lobs his rock.
Shouting, Ollie, no! I throw my rock at him. What is that? Dexterity. 18.
18.
Yeah, I guess that hits.
Yeah. Roll your damage. It's a D4.
What is my rock damage? A D4.
So I'm first level 2, right?
Yeah.
It's
I'll
just a
just roll
straight.
for hit points real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so how much damage do you do?
It's just a straight die roll, right?
Yeah.
2.
I'm not dead.
Gonk! This rock
1 hit point.
bashes off of your shoulder, cutting a deep gouge. Stars sprinkle in front of your eyes. Smiley?
Again, I'm not seeing
No.
Ollie get smacked. I'm wondering why
heard
he's
him.
thrown.
You heard him, yeah.
Oh, I heard him.
Oh, yeah.
Ollie, no.
Oh yeah.
I did shout.
What is he getting attacked? I think he's getting attacked. I think Ollie's just been like, I think in Smiley's mind, Ollie's pulled himself up, and there's been an ambush or something, and he's gone, Ollie, no! And that's kind of what's happened.
Okay.
So Smiley throws subterfuge out the window with his stealth of 3, because that's what he's doing. He's throwing it away.
Yeah.
And he just sprints as fast as his half-orc muscles will take him.
All right.
And smack the first dude he sees.
All right. Well,
That's not one of these two.
That happens immediately because the guy who was singing, the moment he starts to hear Ollie no, his singing stops immediately and he just stands up. He stands 6'7". So you see him suddenly rising up above Con. You still have the rock in your hand. You are now maybe 20 foot away from him.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to try this just because why not? I'm going to try and leap 20 foot forward while I'm bolting.
Yeah.
Double fisting the rock in my hand. And because he's 6 foot tall and I'm a 17-year-old half-orc, tall but not 6 foot tall, I'm gonna bring the rock double-handed down on one of his kneecaps.
Oh my gosh! All right, well let's get that miraculous jump check first to see if you can cover that distance, because your athletics needs to be significant.
Okay, that's an 18 with no bonuses.
And you get +4, I believe, so that's 22. Yeah, all right. You sail through the air. You're running. That gets you a distance of about 12 foot. So you come flying through the air and slam into the side of the ship. You have rock in hand. You don't get to him, but you significantly smack into the side of the ship. You are now at the right height to be able to climb up and just go straight through. To him.
Yeah, have I startled him though? Like, is he?
Yeah, he's looking from Con. He's looking over at you, and then he's looking up there at the woman slumped over, and at Ollie busy swearing and cursing over his wounds and things. What the devil is going on here? He says, and pulling out from the side of the mast, he just brings out this large morning star with these curved hooks on it in different directions. It doesn't look pleasant.
My Mutaru senses are tingling.
Yeah, back to top of the round. Ollie?
Ah! What the? Ouch! We'll talk. Okay, so I don't have any weapons.
You have a rock.
2. But does this wonderful red-haired lady
Yes.
appear to have?
Yeah, from where she's now slumped, you can set at her side. She has 3 very elegant elvish daggers.
Great.
Definitely silver inlaid in the handle.
I take one.
Sure.
Take one stone, chuck the stone, and go on the other side of the mast where this friendly, not so friendly anymore, sailor is standing.
All right. Are you throwing the rock at him?
Please, yes.
All right, make your attack.
No.
Yeah, possibly because
I'm
when
still seeing doubles.
Yes, exactly. Con.
No, wait, everybody wait! It's a mistake, my friend's a fool, stop, wait, stop! Smiles, stop!
The giant with the mace looks at you, looks at the unconscious form of the redhead on the wheel. She now rolls sideways with the wheel and collapses in a bloody mess on the side of the deck. He looks back at you and just backhands you with the mace. Or tries.
And you die. And so this is a
and that's how the as it swings for you, however, he catches this rock bouncing near him, but nowhere near and risking his life. But it does catch his eye momentarily, so his swing skims over your head by a few inches, but not by much. He got a 9. He swears, steps forward. No one is going to steal my boat.
No. No one wants to steal about it. It's been a really terrible mistake. It's a horrible misunderstanding. Stop, Ollie, stop. Just stop. God damn you.
Mutaru. Smiley. Damn it.
Channeling Mutaru.
Yeah.
What would Smiley do at this point? Smiley be like, "Oh, take a swing at me, will you?" I don't know. Colloquial English. Give me an insult.
You gotta bang it.
I'll show you how. I'll show you you giant hagfish sausage, and I'll basically use it. I'll use the rock similar to like a brass knuckle.
Right.
And I'll try and basically uppercut him straight across the jaw.
All right.
Not with a 1, I won't.
No. Roll again.
die. Just like
Not with a 2, I won't.
No. All right. So it's just a complete mess all over the place. Ollie.
wow. I'll discuss this later. So I'll try to get back to him. Now he is nearly 7 feet tall, and I am nearly 2.5 feet tall. So I'll go in between his legs,
Oh no.
and go uppercut.
Oh.
How do you like your second asshole?
Make your attack.
Plus 2, 14.
14. All right. Plus a bonus for heights, size difference. So you hit him. Do your damage.
Maximum damage, 6.
Ow! He screams out in pain. Looks down at you, horrified. Looks over at you.
And I twist the blade.
You will not take my boat, you. And he starts
I'll
to
take your balls.
What are you doing, Con?
I try to pull Ollie out from beneath him.
Oh God! All right.
All the while shouting at everyone to stop.
Stop,
It's been a horrible mistake.
Whoops.
All right.
But not. I'm not just. I'm going to try and sort of body slam the big guy whilst yanking Ollie.
Give me an
away from him.
athletics check, if you please.
Oh dear, my strongest one.
Yeah.
Hell yes, that is 19.
All right.
Oh no, I beg your pardon, 18. I have no strength bonus.
You slam into the big guy, and he actually is forced to take a step back, but it was like slamming into a brick wall. But he does stagger a step back because he has a dagger in a rather indiscreet place at the moment. Now give me an acrobatics check, please, to grab young Ollie.
Slightly
Ollie,
better.
you give me the counter roll, please.
Bloody hell, again. 20.
Oh, wow.
18 seems to be my
Beats
dice.
your,
today.
so you're busy skewering upwards. The next minute, Con grabs you, pulls you aside whilst pushing the big guy back a bit. So there's now a foot distance in between you. Unfortunately, at that exact moment, the big guy swings for you, Con, because, well, you've just attacked him, as far as he's concerned. Yeah, Motoru? Smiley?
Any chance I could use a reaction to try and get in the way of that attack?
What, of the whole pushing and shoving thing?
No, when he swings at Con.
No. Well, you are standing there. Let me see what he rolls.
Okay. Natural 20.
No, but he does roll a 17, which is good enough. I'm going to let you. No, your initiative is so far away from everybody else's. You're like, I should interpose myself with that mace. Whack.
I
Probably should have done it before it hit him.
I should have.
I should have.
Damn.
All right. Oh, wow. Okay, you were lucky. So you take 5 points of damage as this mace just slams into you.
That knocks me off my feet, I would say.
And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
He knocked the sense out of you.
I've rolled another 18. It's crazy.
Nice.
Are those new dice you got for Christmas?
Say thank you, Santa.
There you go.
24, that is.
24. All right. So as this mace slams into you and knocks you off your feet backwards, as you say, when it connects, there is a sense that the mace or that something or someone was judging you. And it was almost like a parent who had one arm open for a hug and another arm open for a wide-ass slap. And the mace didn't choose to do either.
Oh, it didn't slap him. I think his face tells a difference.
I'm not so sure about that. I roll into this is all happening whilst I roll into a heap against the gunwale, right?
Yes. Why? All right, Smiley.
Remembering
This day started so well.
remembering all of his it kind of didn't start well at all, man. Remembering all of his years at Mudball, as Con has pushed him backwards a bit, and pulled Smiley, which I imagine from behind his from underneath him, pulling him out, kind of leans him ever so slightly backwards.
Yeah.
I'm going to yell out, "Yeah, that's it, Con!" And then I'm going to basically tuck in and spear tackle this guy to try and topple him over.
Do they have a sports skill in D&D? So give me an athletics check, please.
Profession and there it goes.
My gosh.
One moment.
If it's a dexterity check, you just failed.
Okay. All right. Well, it is 16.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what bonuses I've got.
Yeah. No, that's fine. It beats my 5. So you slam into him, trying to drag him to the deck. However,
Smelly boys.
He's stumbling backwards, and his foot trips up over a box, which sends him backwards onto the railing. And if you don't let go, you're both going to go over the side of the ship.
Ooh. If I let him go, is he not going to go over the edge?
No, he is going over the edge. There's no.
Oh, I'll totally let him go. Oh yeah, I'll totally let him go.
All right, so please give me an acrobatics check to do that. Disengage.
Not getting tangled up. No, he's going with him.
As if to spite me, he gave me his role.
All right, so you take 8 damage as you crash into the rocky surface below.
I've got 2 hit points left.
And
I'm okay!
it is, apart from that, eerily quiet. He has been knocked unconscious.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
I sort of in this tangled.
Are you still up? Are you still? Are you unconscious?
Who, me?
Yeah, come.
No, I'm not unconscious. I just got
Okay,
knocked
I
off
thought
my
you were
feet. And I guess since I would have still probably had a hold of Ollie at the time, more or less. Then I got so we were more or less in a pile on the floor next to each other is how I'm imagining it is.
Go for it.
I'm sort of just grabbing at him, trying to stop him from jumping up and carrying on any attacks. It's like, oh, we gotta stop. This isn't right.
Yeah. You hit me. That isn't right. What? God,
This was a bad idea, Ollie. This was a bad idea.
No, it's a great idea. Like all my ideas.
Who are
We
these
did it.
people?
Fuck them. Now,
We're leaving. We're leaving.
yes. That's
Have you
the
killed
point.
her?
What? No. I've read
Good.
letters.
We're getting out of here. Quick.
No,
I sort of tried to drag him over the side of the boat with me.
As you get to the railing, you look down and you see Smiley standing up over the prone and very unmoving body of the large giant-like man.
Smiley!
I think I broke my leg.
Shit. Stay there. We're coming. We gotta get out of here.
stop fussing. You got another one. I just
Oh,
got hit.
Take the ship.
Yeah. Like, what? What's going on?
Now, the ship is intact?
Completely.
Have you read
Look
all
around.
these books for nothing? Come on. This is like your chance.
Her rigging is in perfect condition. She looks as if she's basically been here for maybe 2 days.
I'll hobble over so I can hear better.
I drop Ollie and go and check on the redhead woman.
She is breathing but unconscious.
Oh, tempting to steal her stuff.
She has 2 silver inlaid daggers at her side. A
My hand is
rather
resting on the daggers.
interesting book that's inscribed with quite a large collection of, it looks like plants, medicinal things, you're not entirely sure, filled with writings and things.
It's just, there's all kinds of wrong here. There's just all kinds of wrong. I stand up, not leaving her stuff completely alone. Come on, we're leaving.
Yeah, kick her off the boat and let's get this thing out of here.
No, no,
Let's
we've got to leave town. This is crazy. We can't steal a flying ship from these people. And no, Varys is after us. No.
What?
This not right. This just isn't right.
But this is your present, Danza.
It's a
This
great
is
present.
this is all for you.
By this
You know,
stage,
we're getting you out of town, getting you out of town in the way you've always dreamed. You know.
I
Yeah,
have
in
always
the fucking
dreamed.
sky.
I have always dreamed,
You got the fucking and now the sky. Come on.
but not like this.
It's right there, Danza.
Not like this. I say.
Like, what? Do you want to grow wings in the future? That's ludicrous.
At this point, I'll say, all right. Look,
I'm sort of trying to drag them out of the cave with me, but if they're not
I'll-
moving, I kind of let go of them, and I'm sort of muttering, "Not like this, not like this."
Smiley will grab hold of Con on both his shoulder and sort of look him straight in the eye and try and read, like, just basically read, try and like understand what he's thinking
All right.
or what he's feeling.
Con's basically got tears streaming down his face at this point.
Okay, that's 18.
18. Yes, this is the golden opportunity, but that's been presented in completely the wrong way. And to accept it would be a violation of that dream.
Smiley nods and he sort of says, all right, mate. We'll do it your way.
What?
Come on, Ollie. Look, there's plenty of giant boats in the sea. Yeah, that's right. I'm the poet. And I'll drag the big heavy guy onto the ship. And
Okay.
I say, I'm still Robin. And I take his coin purse.
All right. It's quite substantial.
And ooh, yes. Back to the madams.
No, we have to leave town.
So,
Oh yeah, right. Well, look, this will get us passage on the ship anywhere you like. There you go. Look, they helped us out.
Okay, let's do it. Let's go.
All right, come on.
Yes,
Venice's
We
group.
need the money. We need the money.
Venice's group. Do they have like a sign or something? Like a symbol?
Venice, yes. Give me a wisdom check, please.
13, 14.
14. Yes, Venice's group is known as the Twin Snakes, the Twin Serpents, and it's basically an X with a snake at one end, its head at the one end of the snake, and the head at the other end on a cross.
All right. I'll rip a few pages out of the book,
All right.
write a message on them, which basically says, like, get out of these caverns, these are ours. The next time you won't be waking up anymore, and then do the thing, and then knock them on the wheel.
Yes.
In the middle of it, on basically the center of the spines.
Perfect.
And then I'll take the other dagger for myself.
Yes.
So like one dagger is in the guy, one dagger is stabbed in, and the third dagger I take with me. And does she have like a nice ring or like?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take these two. I'll take these two.
So you've got a nice little platinum ring.
Sure.
Yep. All right.
And then I just jump down from the side of the railings and just like still the blood kind of running down the side of my head, and just shake my head and say like, "Con,
I'm
you
sorry,
are a
Ollie.
fucking asshole."
I'm sorry, Ollie. I wasn't thinking. I don't know why I did that. I don't know. I'm sorry. It just
It's not
seemed...
too late, man.
I'm sorry,
fine.
Ollie.
Let's get out of here, out of
But you
town,
got the nice
out of
ring.
country, out of fuck that ring. Ugh.
That's all right. We got a good payday. All right, can't be any happier than that. Hey, come on, lads.
Let's charter a boat and get out of here. Let's see if the elves give us refuge.
Look at us, free friends on the road. Who would have thought?
Fuck you, my head. Oh.
And with that, the three of you make your way to the docks, perhaps, and charter a ship and sail off into the memory of Con O'Dana, who will reflect back on this time, no doubt, with a sense of trepidation, terror, wonder, I'm not sure. But that concludes the adventure of exploring Con O'Dana's past just a little bit, and gaining some insight, perhaps, into how it is that he managed to go from rogue to druid doctor of a respectable background. Well, not so respectable anymore. Until next time, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. Leave your comments below on what you thought of the show. And yes, stay with us for a review as we go through this session with Dice of Destiny. Telling us, number 2, Michael, Smiley.
What was that?
Yeah, conclusion to the little adventure. Nothing major.
Yeah.
At the moment.
No, it was very nice. I think it was a very touching moment too, because I think the important part of, at least my takeaway from it, the most important part of what happened today was Con's first experience with a real live ship. You know what I mean? Like that, especially for being the pilot of the Windswift, is just such an important moment for a character and its development. And the fact that Con's first experience was, well, for the most part, ruined by his shady past in the form of his 2 idiot friends. I think that was genius. It was a really great story, really cool, fit all the parameters that check itself off as this really intricate and very well a dynamic encounter. I enjoyed playing Smiley for the short period of time that we got to play him. Again, he, despite being big and dumb, I love the fact that he was very intuitive in a sense. Like that's kind of how he ended up coming out. Like he was always willing to be happy. He was always kind of making bad decisions, but you know, when it came to his friends, he was very, you know, and that was sweet and it's nice. And actually, I'd be very interested to see if like the same thing with Ollie as well. Like what happens to their friendship, so that Con obviously is on his own in the Windswift. So what does happen to these two in the future? Do they make it, and do they not go with the Order, or are they other members of the Order that'll come back later on to haunt? Haunt, you know, I mean, hey, well, you know, things are happening in the Order. Who knows? Maybe things will happen. So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah. And,
It's like this. Ollie is like this. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, exactly. And Ollie, what do you think? What is your idea here?
So I'll be honest, I like this session much more than the last session. Mostly because I like to have a little aim in what you're going for. That is something that I do appreciate very much. This was much more focused, obviously, I think also shorter, but that's what I appreciated more about the session. This also, in my mind, explained much more about Con. Obviously, the background and what happened was the first session, but this is much more important in my eyes for him, because this informed us about his character, not his backstory. And I think character is much more important than actually the what happened, is why it happened. So this, for me, was the change from the thug to the, well, at least not so thuggery anymore, right? The first kind of resemblance of ethics and what is right. And maybe what you said earlier, like, don't want to have his one dream tainted by this atrocity, like killing them maybe, or just like knocking them out, at least stealing from them. So I like that very much, to basically, if you want to go with alignments, to go with, okay, this seems to be more good than neutral or evil. If you want to go by that scale, at least. And that, I think, is what is the essence of the story for me.
Absolutely. And Con? John?
I have to thank the three of you, first of all, because I mean, you kind of made it fairly easy for me to play through that concept of and beautifully presented I think the idea with the ship was great, because that is a sort of pure dream, untouched by the nastiness of reality that is Con's aspirations. And I thought that for the character, it was the perfect vehicle for him to find that in himself, to see that, to see himself as debase in this place of beauty and rightness, and in that moment make a decision not
to go the easy way,
to go that way.
And what I really liked was the fact that you didn't say no, stop. And then when they didn't stop, just went, oh, all right, fine, and then you just sort of pile in. Because oftentimes I think players do that, is they try and put the brakes on, everyone ignores them, and then they just muck in, you know. So I think that was cool, that sort of dedication to stopping it, even in the face of severe adversity. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm glad how it worked out. I didn't anticipate whether you were going to steal the ship or leave the ship behind. I appreciate either scenario. It was shorter by 15 minutes, give or take, but I think it wrapped up the memory that we were sort of exploring here quite nicely. And as you guys say, it did set it up quite nicely. It is curious, and this is something that I love about role-playing, is how we now look at it and we go, yeah, so when we go back to the regular scheduled sort of show, when we go back to Con and Blackston and Mutaru and Graham, Con at least has now got Ollie and Smiley in the back of his backstory now, and they're very real, they're very visceral. Yeah, Simon, you were going to say something.
I am really interested in how you will play them if and or when we will meet them again.
Yes, absolutely. And there is a certain desire to kind of go, what did happen to Ollie and Smiley and Con? Because there's some tension now, but they're all now escaping to the Empire of Athene Vasul. Which is something on its own right. How Ollie and Smiley will do amongst the highly logical and compassionless elves is anyone's guess. I almost imagine the two of them somehow ending up in a prison somewhere on a remote island, blaming each other for their failure. But who knows? And maybe they might encounter the Windswift when they're trying to steal it. All options are available. Anyway, until next time, thanks everybody for playing. Thank you guys for watching and for joining us for this review. And if you do like that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Until next time, goodbye.